Well, hello everyone, welcome back. This is part 4 of our 1/1000th scale Reliant build-up. Tonight I'm going to be finally getting to the point where I can start spraying over my iridescent paint colors. I'm going to start off with gold, and then I'm going to do a few panels of blue and a few panels of red. And so what I've done is I've already taped off my edges. I've taped off the step up for the secondary hole part and around the bridge. So now all I got to do is just start spraying, and I've got my paint gun all set up. So what I've got to do is I've taken a piece of sheet styrene and cut out notches to where all I have to do is hold it up when I don't want to spray a panel, and hold it over to where I can spray the underside panel and the overside panel. So I picked up this trick from Boyd over at Trekworks, and it works very well. So I got my paint loaded up, so let's go. I'm going to do a test shot here. Turn my sprayer down a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to start spraying. Then I'll spray down here. I'll spray over here. Do a few solid panels of gold. Alright, let's check that out. Let's look, see where we're standing here. Alright, I think that looks pretty good there, and I'm gonna go got that done, so let that dry while I switch out my paints and get set up for blue. And we'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Alright, let me get my heat gun set up here where I can give this a force dry. Alright, there we go. So I'll give this a quick dry with the heat gun. Alright, so you can see there, if you can see any of the gold here, I'll zoom in on it just a little bit to where you can catch a glimpse of the, there you go, you can see the gold. So now that that's drying a little bit, while that's drying a little bit more, I'm going to take you back out again and show you what I've done. I've gotten all the secondary up here on the step up part of the secondary hole. I've got all those masked off, so what I'm going to do is pretty much spray all this with gold up here. And probably what I'm going to do is just go ahead and spray a few panels of gold down here, blue down here. But then I've got some masking that is random pattern for all this. And what you can do is you can hold it, and it pretty much does 2 pie wedges at a time, so you can sit there and spray just a little bit and move it, and so you can get different random patterns. So up here what I'm going to do is something a little bit different. I'm going to spray pretty much all gold up here, and then use my random pattern mask, which will be in a kind of a square, which will actually look pretty good, and spray different colors of it up on top. So once this dries just a little bit more, I'll go ahead and spray the blue. And you can see on the side here, I've set up my candy cane stripe for the back of the nacelle, just on the starboard side. I've gotten a little bit of the masking done for up here. And the one thing I don't like about the Aztec dummies masking is the fact that there's not enough to cover the nacelle. But with that random pattern masking on there, it will make it look a whole lot better. So I can be able to spray a few colors here and there, and I've still got to put on a few masking pieces here on the inboard side. But it's looking pretty good. So let me get this set down, and I'll spray some blue. Let me do a test shot here. And then let me look here. Let me find out. Let's see. We'll do a little bit of blue here. A little bit of blue here. A little bit of blue here. I'll do one down low. I'll do one little one up high. Do another one kind of in the middle. And then I'll spray just a little bit of blue here in the middle there. One there. One there. Alright, I like that. So, while that's drying, I'm going to switch out colors, get ready for my masking up here. So bear with me, folks. I'll be right back. Alright. Now that that's done, I'll give this a little bit of a force heat. Alright, so what I'm going to do, now that I've got the few blue panels in here, the secondary colors of the masking set, I'll get those out for you real quick. And you're not going to be able to see it better. You're not going to be able to see it on through the camera very well. But right here on this piece, there is a random pattern masking, random piece that. Let me cut that out. Real quick, and I'll show you. This piece here has several different little holes in it to where you can pull the center pieces off and apply it to the saucer section, 2 pieces at a time. That way it it'll have the different masking. Now I was talking about the texture masking is this piece right here. I don't know if the camera will allow it to show very well, but I'll pull in just a little bit, and you can see this piece. Now I'm not going to be using all of it. I might just be using some of the one side down the center or on the left side here, because you're not going to be able to get it all in there. Now you can go, there's a website that you can go to watch Aztec Dummy, and the owner of Aztec Dummy, his name is Lou Del Maso, and he has an instructional video on how to apply all these maskings, and you type in and if you order from him from Aztec Dummy here, you can go in there on the very bottom page. It'll have the YouTube. You go into YouTube and you type in the search bar. Once you get into YouTube, you type in 1000 scale Reliant, WEE-LIANT, and it'll come up with Lou Del Maso's website for the Aztec Dummy, and he goes through the whole series here on this. So now that this is pretty much dry, I can take all these maskings off around the saucer. Now what I'm going to do is leave these up here so where I can do my reds and my green. So all these right here will come off, and I'm going to do all this off video, off camera, and the next update video you see, I'll probably do an update video to where I'll have all this peeled off. I'll have this peeled off to where it's all looking good, and then I'll have this random pattern masking set, and you can see it's pretty much pie wedge where it'll set right up on top. So you'll have several different deals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, and peel this all off, and then I'm going to let this dry for a little bit longer, and then once this dries, I will be able to go through there, take all the masking off pretty easily, and then apply the random pattern with the red and the green to kind of give it some more texture. So until then, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray all this and then use the random pattern, and the next time you see me, all this will be painted. It'll be masked. I mean, it'll be Aztec, and you know, I'll have to paint in here. This is going to be, I can't tell if this is like a medium blue or a dark gray, but I'll have everything masked off and taped up and painted on here. So until then, thank you for watching and have a good evening.